have in here? Do we have Gabby and all the usual? So who do we have in here? Do we have the gang? Hello? Just gonna wait till I hear noise from those. Hey, look. No, not the following again. Yeah. I hope that I gave him a promise. So I'm just gonna wait for Gabby and Victoria and all those. And I go because I basically promised to go online to do this personal growth reading. So I'm just gonna wait for those to come back here. You know, otherwise, you know, I think I'm just gonna get started. I'm just gonna get started doing the signs. Hey, Kristan. I'm just gonna get started. Just gonna get started. I did long story short, I did a long all the signs love reading, and there it was suggested that I did for like personal growth as well for the signs. So I'm just gonna do that. I think I'm gonna get started because otherwise it's gonna take a long time. Starting with going through all the signs. So you take what resonates, what you need. We all have the stars signs in our chart. It's just easier. Starting with Aries. Oh, it's showing Aries. Who do we have for Aries? Show Aries. What are the energies surrounding the Aries energy? Aries, connect Aries. Whoops. Hold on. What do we have for the Aries? Energy surrounding the Aries. All right, Aries. So it is a bit of a conflicting energy here that's surrounding you. You might be surrounding yourself in an environment where there's a lot of voices, a lot of empty victories. Basically, you want to fight, but at the same time, you don't want to create. I mean, you don't want to like have endless fights that are non-productive. Basically, what have you been hidden for yourself? God damn it, it's throwing out yourself. Aries, there's a thing here in regards to you in terms of your personal growth is that there's something here that you have not been facing, right? There's a decision that needs to be made in your life, which you have been avoiding. Right now, you feel as though you don't have all the answers. You're just waiting it out, but at the same time, it's actually stressing you out. But you're doing it you're basically doing it to be like just to have calmness in the situation as it is right now. What you're hiding from yourself is basically stagnancy. Some of you are feeling as though you are in a power play here. So what should you be considering letting go? This is such a weird advice for you. What you should be considering letting go is actually a bit of your inner strength. Some of you you're pulling so much back because you really want to please, not necessarily, hey, I'm not necessarily please in a negative way, but you have so much inner strength, Aries. So sometimes you might actually be damaging yourself in a way because you want to satisfy the needs of everyone else. You don't want to be you don't want to bring trouble. Such a weird way this is such a weird reading for an Aries. You should actually start growing a bit more here and start believing in your own abilities. Sometimes you might question what it is that are your strengths. Well, first and foremost, your strength is actually that you are an amazing leader because you have such a strong control of yourself. What waves can you expect the next months to come towards you? You're going to move towards calmer waters. Things are going to be far more stable for you. This conflict that you are in right now, you are moving away from it. Don't worry. And advice for you? To use your head over your heart. You have it within you. and to not be derailed by energy surrounding you, those who want to win. If they get into your head, which sometimes they may do, you become occupied with it, and then you get derailed. So you have that inner strength of yours that you have. Try and use it to also take care of yourself, Aries. So that's the Aries energy. Then we're gonna start going to Taurus. I am hoping that those from the last one is gonna come in here as well. Those were the ones that really asked for it. So we're going on to Taurus. Are any of you Taurus people? Or do you have Taurus in your chart? These are readings of a spiritual healing or personal growth, basically. Any kind of blockages. We're moving on to Taurus. Whoopsie. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus energy? Taurus energy. How are you guys doing anyway? Did you have a nice day? Taurus energy. This is so far more calm, cool, and collected than doing love readings. They're far more hectic. What do we have for the Taurus? Oh, Taurus, all right, fine. You're breaking free from the bonds and you're standing in your own raw power, Taurus. What are you, the energy, but because the energy that's surrounding you right now is basically, the Taurus energy is surrounded by a lot of toxicity, so to say, or a Capricorn, but basically just a lot of, hey, Victoria, I started, I'm at Taurus right now. And we're starting by saying the Taurus is surrounded by a devil. But, yeah, hey, Prashi. But it's also an opportunity to break away from chains, basically, whatever those chains are. For some of you Taurus, is actually energies that you've been carrying around with you for a very long time. There's a wonderful, I have an amazing devil card in another deck where it's basically like childhood issues, from being arguing with the siblings as a child to the messages you've been sold by the media. All of that you're breaking free from, or you're standing in your own voice here. For a very long time, Taurus, you have forgotten to do right by yourself, basically. But that has resulted in you now standing in your own power. You're not gonna, I mean, well, what have you been hiding from yourself? Yeah. Taurus, a lot of you have actually for a very long time been hiding a bit of a hurt that you've been carrying around with you. Could be disappointment from when things were not going in your favor. And you never wanted to really blame. You never wanted to point fingers. You were always very diplomatic in it, but it hurt you. It could be a mother wound for some of you, but it hurt you. You've been carrying it around. And in some cases, actually, you have forgotten to do right by you. And now it's time to stand in your own truth. And that is what you're doing. And by doing so, you are actually releasing bonds. And you're growing in your power. What should you consider letting go, Taurus? Oh, nice. Taurus, what you should consider letting go is always needing to have a particular plan and always following one particular method. It's actually opening up your mind and making room for surprises, basically being spontaneous. You should consider that, and it's just sometimes it's okay to deviate a bit from the plan. What energies can you be expecting for the next couple of months to come here for you to watch you? A new adventure, possibly a new start in your work, basically forward movement. It's going to be an opportunity, grab it. It could also be a young person coming towards you that's going to offer you some kind of a new adventure here. It's a very, very interesting energy, but definitely a new adventure. Any advice for Taurus? Yeah, let's pull the advice from this one here. To stand strong like a bloody buffalo. Whatever it is that you're going through when you're cutting ties, stand strong, don't lose track of your purpose. That's the advice for Taurus. Earning a heap of emails and then began a new writing project. That's amazing. I have absolutely done nothing of production today. Well, I did, but not that much. Today has been an absolute off day, so tomorrow's going to be busy. So who do we still have in here? Are you still in here, Victoria? I can't really see who's in here. So are we going to move on to... You're in personal growth. Yeah, we are moving on to the Gemini. Gemini is at 10. All right, the Gemini. What do we have for Geminis? These are far more. I feel better with these than I do with the love readings because those were draining. But that's also because I have a tendency to pick up on connections that are always dysfunctional. No, not the Sagittarius. So what do we have for Gemini? Show me Gemini. What's the energy surrounding Gemini right now? The energy surrounding Gemini right now. No, Aquarius comes 11. 11, no. Let's go. What do we have for energy surrounding? Could be dealing with a Taurus, Gemini. You don't have to. Or you're dealing with an... okay. The energies that are surrounding you right now is basically coming into alignment with your personal belief systems, and not just your personal belief systems, also those of society. Gemini, it's about aligning yourself. Yeah. So those are here. So spiritual growth and learning is in the Gemini energy that surrounds Gemini energy. What have you been hiding from yourself, Gemini? All right, Gemini, what you've been hiding from yourself is some kind of a father wound, I want to say, but it's a very superficial wound. All right, it's not wound. What you've been hiding from yourself is a bit of wanting to be the one that controls everything. It could have come from someone here judged you in the past. Being very, very judgmental energy that made you feel as though hurt you on your stability, right? So because you've been hurt on your stability, you have yourself possibly become judgmental. And for some, this energy that's you've been hiding from yourself it's also it's dominant. All right, it's dominant. Show me more about the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. For some of you Geminis, we are also dealing with a marriage situation here. Yeah. Geminis, for some of you, what you have been hiding from yourself is actually that of taking care of those, especially if you're married, to remember to take care of those you care about and not always put yourself first, right? And vice versa. It's about not always being so focused on the material world, but also on meaning that being so focused on work, but also remembering to spend time together with those you care about. Yeah. So what should you consider letting go here? And some of you Geminis, you've been trying to push away that of maybe a marriage proposal or a marriage itself. That should be addressed. All right, what you should be letting go of? You should be letting go of trying to always starting new projects without finishing the projects you already began. And when you have a new opportunity in front of you, however, especially in terms of your stability, and especially in terms of your family, invest in them and put in the work. Don't expect the other party to do all the work and you do nothing. What can you expect in the next couple of for some of you, you can expect a marriage proposal. If it's not a marriage proposal, then it's just a new friendships coming in. I do see it very much as a marriage proposal, and that's beautiful. Taking things to the next stage in your connection here, absolutely, Gemini. What's the advice for you? The advice is to work for it. And for some of you, it's even a pregnancy you can be expecting. Growth of your family. So when you are given an opportunity here, work towards it, all right? And for others of you, yeah, this is actually expansion to the family, like a child. Some of you are becoming parents, Geminis. So that's beautiful. Then we have what? We have the Taurus. No, we have who's after? That's Cancer. Those are so different, these messages, huh? Just got worried a little bit there because for some time I've been getting like Gemini messages where afterwards when I've done them, no, let's not go there. But I've been doing some Gemini readings, and then later on I found out when I was doing the readings, I was like, come on, Gemini, grow the fuck up. And then when I was done with them, I realized that Trump is a Gemini. It's just been very funny. And some of those readings were basically about someone not accepting someone else's choice. Let's move on here. We have Cancer. What do you have for Cancer spirit people? Cancer. Cancerian energy. Cancerian energy messages. Cancerian energy. What energy is surrounding the Cancerian energy right now? What energy surrounds the Cancerian energy right now? Oh, this is beautiful, Cancer. Coming into alignment with the people who you care about, but it follows some kind of there's a bit of a disappointment included in it. For some of you, you are disconnecting from one soul family, I want to say, to come into alignment with another soul family, or you are expanding. Yeah. What have you been hiding from yourself? You've been hiding. Well, how can you be hiding this from yourself, Cancer? This is so no, Cancer. You are a Queen of Cups. You've been hiding away your broken heart, right? Someone here could have really hurt you by projecting their laziness onto you. You were manifesting an emperor, and all you got was basically someone that hurt you very, very brutally, made you do all the work. They were not supportive of you. They weren't taking you for granted. And as a consequence, I mean, you felt as though you had to like build up a high armor around yourself. Show me more about the Queen of Cups. What you have been hiding from yourself is your own creative, nurturing energy and a pain that follows, that have been followed, being like pain that is that has roots in a bit of a heartbreak. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be like a breakup or anything like that. It can just have been hurtful words. Someone hurt you. You're hiding that from yourself here. So, hey, Gabby, nice to see you. What should you consider letting go, Cancer? This painful ending here. I did. I promised you I was going to go online again, so I did. Yeah, what you should consider letting go here is something that's already being let go here, to be honest. It's the pain. It's the pain of having felt as though you were walked all over by someone that just wanted to have their ego fed at some point. I mean, for some of you Cancers, what you did, if you want to talk about that, is that by you spoke your truth because you're extremely intuitive, right? And you're creative, and you spoke your truth, but it was very, very sensitive, and you might have actually provoked someone, and you created a tension in this person that you were dealing with, or yeah, it's this other person, could even be a community, and their response to you was very hurtful. But that's because you bruised their ego. So you're just not aligned. You're disconnecting and coming into those who appreciate you for who you are. That's beautiful. What's the next one? Sorry. What What can you expect for the next couple of months? What energy waves are coming towards you here, Cancer? There's a Knight of Cups coming towards you. So this is beautiful. This is love. It's going to be a bit of a disappointment to begin with. Some of you could have been dealing with a Sagittarius. It doesn't really matter. to be honest. There's going to be a period here for you where you're going to go into a bit of a healing mode, right? It's going to be difficult, but there is a Knight of Cups coming towards you here. What's that? Someone that sees your worth, and it's very different from what it is that you're used to. It's a wonderful message. For some of you, it's actually your intuition that's going to wake up. If you want to know the answer about who this Knight of Cups is that's coming towards you, it's very important that you start listening to your own intuition, because I can't really see it per se. It starts off very much as a bit of a, how can I say, it starts off with a bit of a rough energy that you're going to be faced with. But that's because there's some emotions here that needs to be released from within yourself, because they're blocking you from finding yourself in like a soul family where you are appreciated. Listen to your intuition, because it will guide you down into memories and help you kind of grow up, I want to say, or make decisions that are far more mature, so you don't fall into this. It's going to be a bit of a headache to get there, but you will get there, and that may come in form of a healer. I want to say there might be a healer on the road to you, on the way to you. What kind of advice do we have for Cancerian's energy here? You also get the bloody buffalo, just like Taurus. Buffalo, this is standing strong through spiritual. This is being spiritually yet grounded, right? When you are faced with a very difficult situation, you have that strength within you. Whether you know it or not, you can go it. And remember to take a step back and get some rest, get some water, go by the water. If you feel as though you're being drained, go by the river, go sit by the ocean, whatever it is that you need, kind of recharge to stay grounded and not let yourself be overwhelmed by the bigness of it all. Yeah, and take a different look. I mean, take a step back and start questioning what needs to be released here from your energy, so that you can move into the future more aligned with yourself. So what we have next one up is that was the Cancerian energy. So we have Leo. What do we have for Leos? Messages for the Leo energy. Leos. Show some love for Leo. Leo. What messages do you have for the Leo energy? That's to say, you guys, these energies are so more aligned with me, meaning that these kind of readings, they don't drain me as much. What do we have? The Leo energy. The Leo energy. What do we have for the Leo energy? Oh, Leo, you're coming to terms with something here. How can I say? You are aligning yourself, making peace with the past, so that you're ready to move into the future. Could also be a phone call coming your way, basically. But let's just look at a bit more heavy. No, I'm already mumbling. You're hearing the call, Leo. You have a clear understanding about what needs to be left behind and what needs to come with you. You are already very, very much evolved. You are this close to finishing out a cycle and have so many opportunities coming towards you. And they are actually coming. I can feel them coming. You put in a lot of work on yourself, and the results are about to be reaped. What have you been hiding from yourself? I need to find that. Oh, Leo. All right, here we go. Okay. First and foremost, Leos, what you might have been hiding from yourself is, well, some people might call you something. You might have pissed off some people along the way because you're very, very smart. You're very, very strategic. You know what it is that you're doing. You ain't no fool, right? But sometimes, sometimes you may have jumped into situations here very, very quickly, and then you realize that it was just not for you, and you left, and you might have hurt someone here, or you have had a tendency to do that yourself. Show me more about what Leo has been hiding. All right, no, it comes off as that. All right, I'm sorry, Leo. You normally I still love you, but you may have had a history here of being a bit sneaky, right? You're coming to terms with it. You're hearing the call. You're making peace with it, and you're not going to do that anymore. But what you're doing instead here is that you're actually turning it around and saying, "All right, I'm actually very, very intelligent. I know how to make plans." So you can move. You're using it to do things differently, and you are very, very, very driven to move forward into the future, to go travel and to take new beginnings. And yeah, you're doing it. Is there something Leo should be looking out for here? Oh, Leo. Oh, God, yes. There's something else that's popping up right now. This has popped up before. Oh, this is a very simple message. Please, if some of you Leos have a house that's somewhere and it's alone, and like a summer house or something, vacation house, make sure your locks are working and there's not going to be a theft there. Long story. But that's popping up here again. So check out your mid-monthly reading for that, all right? It's the same energy here. Is there anything else? No, that was it. Okay. That was it. Okay. So what should you consider letting go of other than bad security systems? What you should consider letting go of is, I don't know, some of you could have been dealing with some of you could have been dealing with a water sign where the two of you, but you might just have been at some point in your life here with this water sign, the two of you were not aligned. All right, sorry. It brought in a lot of headache. They might have accused you of a lot of things that were probably not honest. Oh, you know, yeah. But no, now it is over. Something about the house or Leo. Well, yeah, there's something here about a King of Cups where things could have been very, very emotionally draining, a situation. And it brought a lot of headaches to you, brought a lot of headaches into you, right? Into your life. Understand that the worst is now over. But please do be mindful to try and let it go the best you can, to not let your emotions sometimes take the best of you. Some of you, this could have been a very not volatile. It could just have been a situation where the two of you were just so not compatible that it has created some emotional scars, because the two of you could have been trying to make it work again and again and again, and eventually it just left some emotional scars. So be mindful of not being triggered by memories from this, right? Show me more about this. Now I'm finding like a spot, because Leo to me always show very powerful in my readings. This is another side of a Leo. Yeah. This is a disconnect, that you're also going through a disconnect, Leo, but it's because you're connecting into another like soul family that's far more aligned with you, right? And I see a lot of a sweet, caring energy that's coming towards you here. All right, let's move here. What's coming towards you? What kind of energies are coming towards the Leo coming up here? Because Leo is, you're making peace with the past. That's beautiful. What's coming towards Leo of energies? All right, Leo, some of you, yeah. Show more. Some of you, what is this? Yeah. Leo, some of you have to remember to get some kind of a sleep, okay? How can you show up this powerful and then this happens? Remember to get sleeps, unless you want to continue to fight monsters, okay? So, again, I'm gonna need to dive deeper into you, Leo, because there's something here you need to be mindful of. I have to say, it for me pops up as a emotional being triggered in emotional wounds, right? So let's say that you were with a person here and they treated you like shit. How can I say it? Maybe they humiliated you in front of when you were going to the grocery store to buy meat or something like that, and they humiliated because they were vegan or something like that, and they publicly shamed you. It's just an example here. So next time you go to the grocery store and you're about to reach out to get some meat, you get an instant emotional flashback. It's that kind of an energy here, especially with this one here. So be very mindful about those kind of wounds that may still be here. Emotional literacy will be a massive, great tool to work with here. Emotional literacy, like understanding emotions. And remember, to understand emotions, you can't really think your way out of emotions. You can't think your way into them. You also have to feel them. Because for some of you, Leos, you're heading towards a straight headache, but that's because you're cleaning out your energies here, but you try to best to get into your emotions as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be in love. It can be basically in anything here. For some of you Leos, you are also, maybe you're just on the next stage of an emotional, basically a spiritual awakening here. What's the advice for Leo? And the good thing of this is that there are revelations that are coming towards you. And by revelations, I mean like new understandings of yourself. But there could also, Leo, I have to say, there could have been someone here that, what's the Seven of Swords? Yeah, there could have been someone in your energy field here that they have been dishonest towards you, and you may find out something. And remember to stay firm and grounded in that situation so you don't get thrown out of it. What advice do you have for Leo? To cut any kind of toxic ties that you may have. When you feel an emotional response in a situation and you don't really know where it's coming from, face it. Don't run away from it, because it can keep you trapped in some kind of a indecisive mode, right? It's clearing out karma, basically. Some of you Leos, what you're going through right now is a spiritual awakening. You're raising your awareness, and part of that journey includes having to dive into emotions. If you have this understanding that you think that you can think your way out of the trouble or spiritual challenges, no, you have to do the emotional work as well. So make yourself vulnerable to that the best that you can. Make yourself vulnerable. Stand strong in your personal belief systems as well. Try to get in contact with those. What else do we have for you? Yeah, your intuition is also wakening up here. That's the thing, Leo. If you've been too much in your head, you can't listen to your intuition. Then it's just there underneath, and it's just like a bloody tiger that's like roaring. And sometimes you may lash out. You have to get into contact with it, and you can't think your way into it. You have to feel it. Like go dancing, do something with your body, go out, do some garden work. I don't know, do something. You can't. I always think my way into it. No, I write my way into it. I can do that, but I can't. For instance, I can't write my way into it on a computer. I can only write. That's my experience of it. I can only write my way into it with a pen and a paper, which is why I have notebooks everywhere, and I have like fine collections of pens. I was talking with someone about this the other day. Yeah. And also try and open up to share. Yeah, it's about opening up, guys. This was a heavy one from Leo. So what do we then? What's up for the next? Who do we have after following Leo? Who's after Leo? Leo, Virgo, right? Yes, so we are on to Virgo. No, it's a 35. Oh, it did. You're a Leo. Really? Oh, that's good. Well, then you must love the Leo readings I do, because they are so powerful. I swear to God. Past couple of times I've been doing my Leo reading, I've been saying like, yeah, I wish I was a Leo. All right, we have next one up is Virgo. Messages for Virgo. What can you tell me about Virgo? What do you tell me about Virgo? Can you tell me about Virgo? And remember, guys, you can check out, you are more than just your sun sign, right? I mean, dang it, sometimes I actually get a lot from readings from that are not even in my sign. There are times when I actually connect very much to the Sagittarius readings. Depends on what I'm dealing with. I have houses in Sagittarius, so what do we have for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? Show me Virgo. The Virgo energy. The Virgo energy. What do we have for the Virgo energy? What's the energy surrounding Virgo? It's a family dynamic, and it's can you define more of that? More definition, please. All right, so this is about you feeling safe and feeling secure, Virgo. It's very much related to your root chakra and clearing out some kind of a family injury, wound. And when I say family, it's just something that goes deep, something that is where you have been affected on your root chakra, which is that of feeling safe. All right, feeling safe. There, it has resorted to how can I say this? Some of you Virgos have had very, very difficult times opening up, and you've been very, very anxious about the world out there because you've never felt really safe, right? So you've been struggling a bit. What is surrounding you right now is a wonderful energy about being given something from your family. Actually, some of you, it could be like money or a job offer, something like that, and it's gonna help you. I've been picking up on this for you guys previously. Something that's gonna help you feel safe in your material world. What have you been hiding from yourself, Virgo? What you've been hiding from yourself is your intuition. You have hold on. This is going to be a bit rough here, Virgo. You're also going to get a bit of a rough reading. For some time, Virgos, you have also possibly been caught up in a social comparison stigma, I want to say, or you trusted the voices of everyone else but your own. Can you tell me more? And then there were other times. This is so weird because then there were times when you then got close to people, right? Let's say when people did come and give you an offer, which they could have helped you in your long-term stability or your sense of security, then you stopped, then you didn't trust it. You wanted it, you manifested it in, and then you threw it, no, you pushed it away because you didn't trust it. You have been very wounded on that sense of security here. It's probably abandonment issues. Some of you have struggled with trusting your own ability to make plans on your own, which is something that needs to be addressed because there is something available to you when someone here, because I really sense as though someone here is going to come and give you something, offer you something that's going to help you even out the scales. And not only that, it's only not even that. No, it's going to possibly, if this is in your material world, it may even help you reach a bloody 10 of Pentacles, which is insane because that is, complete security. But there's some kind of, for some of you, could be inheritance. I'm sorry. Some of you Virgos, it may actually be an inheritance. And that, yeah, that may be a bit sad. But yeah. But in all cases, you have struggle with and hidden from yourself is that of listening to your own intuition, or looking for answers outside yourself, not within yourself. What should you consider leaving behind here so you can move forward? Any kind of soul ties, where you, I mean, Virgo, this is very heavy, okay? There might have been a tendency here, or a history of yours, of feeling sad, right? Some of you Virgos may also have had a history here of getting into connections, friendships that quickly turned very intense, right? It could have been with a Scorpios for some of you, but they turned very, very intense. Or someone with Mars and Scorpio, maybe. No, it shows you have strong Scorpion energy here for you guys, Virgo. But yeah. You may have been carrying around a lot of karma. Yes, if you've been wounded on your sense of security, you have collected a lot of karma that should be addressed here. I see you actually receiving something here that will help you clear out this karma. And this karma is attached to your root chakra. You can look that up if you want to know more of it. But it's feeling safe, feeling secure, not feeling as though you always have to work and work and work and work and work and work and cling on. For some of you, if it's not been work, then you clinged on to something here because you were so wounded, right? It's a lack mentality. It really shows up as like in your material world. Doesn't have to be. So if some of you have been struggling with a bit of slight depression or just feeling sad or stuck in the past so you can't move forward, that's something that should be considered to be let go of. And I see something here coming in that's going to help you move out of it. Can you tell me more about this Five of Cups? Yeah. Because you're moving into calmer waters, right? But it's very important that I want to point out that this is about your root chakra. So it's, heavy energy. Anywho, what can you expect in the next couple of months? What kind of energy waves can you Virgo energy expect for the next couple of months? Something coming towards you very, very quickly. It's a brand new opportunity. I actually see for some of you it was a work opportunity during COVID. Amazing. It could actually be something that takes place over the internet, like international project that's going to help you grow. Could be with an air sign. All right, this is interesting, but show me more about this Knight of Swords. Yeah, absolutely. Something is coming towards you, Virgo. A communication is coming in. It's coming quickly. Something is coming, and for some of you, it's an inheritance, right? And I see. This is job related, guys. This is job related for the Virgo energy. Expect communication coming in. It may to begin with feel a bit tense. Okay, there may be a bit of a sorrow included in this. For those of you where it's an inheritance, it is not. It's a job offer. But it comes from a very significant energy. That's the King of Pentacles. Very wealthy person that wants you on their team. What animal do you have? Advice for Virgo. This is it's amazing. Something is coming towards you. It's a material offer that really, really is going to help even out. It's gonna, some of you're probably gonna get rich. What do we have for the Virgos? Advice for the Virgos. It really shows up as a potential. Either is like leading to a complete marrying into a wealthy family, even. But it's not. It's just getting into a very, very significant industry. It's very good. What do we have for Virgo's advice? Yeah, Libra. Open up your heart to this offer that's going to come here. You're going through a transition, but you're being admired. Guys, wherever you're going, some of you may even become famous. grab the opportunity when it comes, because it's gonna be amazing. For some of you, it's like a promotion to become a CEO or something like that, but it's really great. Virgos have great things going for them. So that was Virgo. Who's next? Who's after Virgo? That would be Libra. You're too talkative. It should be me. I'm very, 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 very talkative. I'm learning to shut up. In that case, I bring my tangle with me. Bring my tangle to get my hub activity out where. All right, Libra. Can you show me Libra? Libra energy. Hold on. All right. Libra, show me Libra. Show me Libra, please. Yes, for Libra. Nothing. What are you apologizing for? Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. All right, you're good. Libra. What energy surrounds Libra right now? The Empress around you and the Magician, all right? So this is structure. It's a bit of a power play going on within you and outside of you. Hold on, what are you more reference to? Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Oh shit, Libra, some of you are on a very, very significant journey, I wanna say, about healing. What you're going through right now is about liberating yourself, basically, Libra. And the way that you're liberating yourself from any kind of a controlling energy surrounding you is that you are bringing light to your shadow, meaning things that you have previously projected onto other people are now you're casting light to it. You have to remember the moon. What makes the moon shine? What makes the moon evident at night? That's because the sun casts its light onto this moon, right? Dark side of the moon, all of that. Yeah. And with the Emperor and all that, all we need is the Empress, and then we're great. Because these two, I have, in terms of, don't normally deal with the twin flame ideology, but I know how to pick up on the journey. And one of the massive criteria I have in order for me to identify that to be what I would call a twin flame journey is the moon and the sun. Because it's about dealing with projection, wakening up everything that you have hidden from yourself, starting to feel again, and it's scary. I mean, if this camera was strong, you would be, this is my Luke Skywalker or Anakin Skywalker, the one that turns to Darth Vader, right? And the sun, anywho, because it looks like something from Star Wars. So anywho, it's about dealing with things that are scary, it makes you confused, but bringing light to it. And they're also by healing those inner wounds, which in this case could have come from having given up your power and having felt judged. This has popped up for Libra previously. The Libras have a particular story that keeps repeating for in my readings, but it's beautiful. All right, so Libra, what have you been hiding from yourself? What have you been hiding from yourself? All right, we're gonna do a bit of a special reading for you here. What have you been hiding? Show me the moon. What have you been hiding from yourself, Libra? This is so beautiful. I want to tell you, Libra, what is standing out here to me is that you coming into your own power and setting intentions and moving forward. I love it. What have you been hiding, Libra? The King of Pentacles here. There's a Libra. There's a tension within you, right? Some of you Libras, I have to say, some of you Libras have been through a very, very a connection in your life. Be it a lover, partner, romantic partner, a friend, a father, mother, for that matter. It's just a person, right, that was very judgmental, and basically silenced you. Even to the extent that, they were very superficial, basically, and you might have been very, very sensitive. I really see it as a childhood wound here. So you Libras could be sensitive souls, and when I say sensitives, sensitivity is that of processing information differently, so you feel a bit more. It's not about being an empath, it's about feeling more intensely. It's actually, you can Google it, it's a scientific proven fact. Some people are highly sensitive, so emotions are felt more strongly, right? They are far more imaginative. A lot of artists, in the creative industry, have this ability. And if you then have been this person here that at some point in your life, they may even still be here, they may not still be here, but that presence, that energetic presence, is still here, which is very judgmental. They don't deal with that. They don't care about emotions. They can if they want to, but what's important is basically what brings in the money. So let's say that you wanted to be a dancer, or you wanted to be a performer, and this energy here is like, why do you want to be an artist? Why do you want to be in that industry? Can't you just go into like finance? Basically those kind of clashes, right? So basically also a bit of a bullying, right? And then to kind of raise you up, this person may even have put you in competition to make you like stand up for yourself. But the result of it isn't, that's not what you do with highly sensitive people. You don't do that. At different conditions. So that could have resulted in a bit of, what felt like emotional damage, right? What else can you tell me about Libra has been hiding from himself? But it also leaves the scar of always feeling as though you have to live up to the expectations of this energy, even if they're not here present. Their voice could still be in your head. You have to learn to bury down your own emotions to satisfy this. Which is, if this is something that happened in childhood, is what children do. It's a coping mechanism. It's a healthy coping mechanism to survive. It's just, there comes a point in adulthood where you have to start like reopen that wound and say, is this even beneficial for me? That's when we start reparenting ourselves. And then if this is because it shows up as a father, it can still be a mother. Is that energy with the father energy, the masculine father energy in tarot, these things, right? Regardless if it was a woman who had the father energy, their role, so to say, in terms of like how you grow up, is to guide you, support you, cheer on you, show you how to go into the world. And the mother energy is that where you get nurtured. All right, let me give you a bit of the story that I have. All of you have like, when the child starts walking, right? When we have small children, they start walking. They go over to their father, right? Father takes a child by the hand and goes out and says, see, look at this world, look at that house, dude, see that. And the child's like, wow, and they feel safe because they're being guided by their father. And they may even go with their father to work, and they see how the father is working and building up an empire. And then they go home to mom. And what do you do when they come home to mom? Remember, this is not gender specific. Then they start telling all of their stories, their work, but they can always go back to mom, because there comes a point when the child is like, all right, dad, I want to go home now. It's like, this is so interesting, but I want to go home to mom. And then you go home to mom, and mom, she gives food on the table and listens, and they're like, wow, meeting the expressions. So the child goes home to mom and feels safe. And then maybe they want to stay out longer with daddy late next time and go home to mom again. That's basically how you like feeling safe in childhood, right? But let's say then you have a father wound. Basically what that is, basically the father taking the child and then throwing them out in the cold and say, hey, stand on your own two bloody feet. Or worst case scenario is that they basically neglect them. Or they also forget to they judge them then if the child is not celebrating them or whatever. There are many ways that you can become wounded, but what I got there was basically like the healthy energy of the what the emperor is supposed to be like. That energy I just explained to you, that's the emperor when he's great. He's a guider, he's a guidance. He supports you, he inspires you, he loves you. He never judges you. What else can you tell me what Libra is hiding? But that voice, whatever happened in your case, Libra, that voice is still here. So when you're making decisions, sometimes you hold yourself back. Because that voice comes back up. It's like, can I make my own decisions? Am I allowed to follow my dreams? All right, so let's look into the sun here. What should you be letting go? What should you be shedding light of, and how should you let it go? Justice, Libra, this is you, okay? Libra, what you should be questioning here, what you should be focused on is doing right by you. And also have complete acceptance of what happened. Meaning that don't fall into any kind of blame game. If this is something that has happened to you, it sucks. It fucking sucks. It doesn't really do the trick to start going into all of these blame games, or, I mean, you know, I know it sounds harsh, but it just sucks. Radical acceptance is what I'm getting, and then doing right by you. Stand in your integrity, and understand what makes you smile. Even if you weren't allowed to do that activity, let's say you were a dancer, let's say that you were a man who grew up in a very masculine dominated energy where people were very judgmental and you wanted to dance. Get out of that environment. Stop. It was just dance anyway. Fuck that. I mean, I lived in Costa Rica, and there was in a city, a small village, where there was a guy who he was gay, and the people people were whispering in the corners about him. Didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. He lived his own authentic truth. It's that energy of like, if you want to dance, dance, right? So what energies are coming towards you? King of Cups, what's coming towards you guys is actually a person who respects you for who you are, someone that's emotionally stable, a healer. If not a healer, it's a wonderful energy that's different from this that you have been used to. Someone that understands emotions and accepts you for who you are. And the two of you you share the same values. There's a spiritual connection coming towards you, Libra. Hierophant and the High Priestess and the Pre-Empress Most guy. What did you just hit the jackpot, Libra? I think you bloody hit the jackpot. Any advice? Yeah, love yourself. Love yourself. Stand in your own strength. Have faith. Don't let anyone make you feel as don't stay in any kind of lack mentality. Have inner strength. And yeah, and turn the attention towards yourself, Libra. Not towards what happened towards you, what someone did to you. Focus on it happened. How can I grow from it? And there's a very, very strong spiritual connection coming towards you. Yeah. Especially if you are a spiritual person or someone who works in the arts. What animal do you have for you, sir? That was a long one for Libra, but it was, come on, a spiritual connection. We had High Priestess and the Moon, and we have Hierophant and the High Priestess. Libra, that's amazing. That's basically a power couple. You have a spiritual power couple coming to Libra. What do Libra animal here for you? So you're basically coming into a very significant alignment for the next couple of months. Yeah, I think that it shows up here that to begin with, you need to do some significant cleaning up, Libra, especially in terms of jealousy issues, right? And most likely in regards to your work situation, those of you who are in an environment where people are jealous of you, learn to say, I don't care. Yeah, what do we have next? That was a long one for Libra. Scorpio. And George Michael is playing. He must have really hurt you to say those things that you do. Heal the pain. Love that song. Scorpio. Oversensitive. Got piles of those t-shirts. Are there any t-shirts? I know. I mean, if I ever were to like, yes, I do actually have a T-shirt with a like a logo on it. It's so stupid. It's like an image with a a woman and a man, and the man is kind of completely erased, and it just says ex-boyfriend. Bought it when I was a teenager. I still have it. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's like having a Polaroid. It's like also a drawn one. It's a cartoon one where he's like ex-boyfriend. Then X is like, yeah. It's like it was from back then. It was from back then when we used to have like we are a couple. I bought it in like 2007, right? So and it's pink. I'll wear it one day on the lives. I bought it along with a wallet that says chilling with my gnomies. That's how I am. What do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio. 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 Messages for Scorpio. Scorpio. Fine. All right. There might be could be an earth sign, but there's an energy coming towards you that's extremely slow moving. But because they are slow moving, they are actually allowing you to take a step back and take a breather, basically. So you don't start out something without seeing the red flags. Can you tell me a bit more about this? Yeah. Scorpios, you might. All right. Scorpios, there's something here that you should actually be on the lookout for, right? This is the same message I got before in the other one for Scorpios. Scorpios, you be mindful of to not be a piece of a puzzle of someone else's game or gameplay. Yeah, right. Especially if this is a person from your past that may be walking right back into your life. Right, in terms of spiritual growth. I'm going to elaborate that in a minute. What are you hiding from yourself? Scorpios, I'm so sorry. You may have a tendency to project your happiness onto someone else. We are back on the same story as I have been. It was like what I did in the summer. I am returning to that energy of you're looking for stability. It's very similar to the Libra, but a bit different. Where you're searching for someone here to come and give you a stability. Well, you might be searching the wrong places. Can you tell me more? Tell me more about this up here. Scorpio. Scorpio. It's time for you to also remember to speak up your own truth, right? There might be someone here that comes towards you and they are so stubborn. They are very, very, very stubborn in regards to how they want their plan to go. They don't want to hear everyone. They do not want to hear the opinions of other people. Be very mindful of that. Be mindful of liars. Be mindful of people who put you in competition just to see how you will stand out, to see if you are a great investment. Unless of course you're doing like something in regards to your work, then fine. It's okay to be put in like a test. But if this is in regards to how you deal with like social relationships, doesn't work like that. Shouldn't work like that. What you are hiding from yourself is that sometimes you may find yourself surrounding with people who are extremely judgmental, and then they are lazy, meaning that they hold you to very, very high standards. They set a standard bar that you're supposed to live up to. Could be a bad boss, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a lover, it could be a boss. And then they don't live up to it themselves, right? So you feel so you have to, I don't know, you're being judged by someone who's not, they don't even have what it takes to judge you. Bullshitters, basically. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of taking a critical look into your environment when your intuition is telling you to get out of something, then listen to it. All right, let's see here. What should we consider letting go of? What should you consider letting go of? Some of you Scorpios, now this could also be in work, right? If you surround yourself with someone who's extremely lazy, or someone who don't do, I mean, they show up as a boss, but they're not, right? And they throw everything onto you. You have to be the one that gets this shit going. They're not working with you. Please be mindful of that. Try and let go of that, because it creates a lot of instability in your sense of security here. Some of you are waiting for an answer. Could be in regards to a traveling situation. Be mindful that you are not, how can I say this, that you don't become, I know Scorpios always have some very tricky energies here. Be mindful just to take care of your own material world, and you don't attach all of your happiness onto this situation, especially if you're waiting for an answer in regards to, I don't know, some kind of a traveling situation, okay? What's coming towards you of the energies the next couple of months here? Good news is, guys, I mean, all right, good news is that for some of you, there could be a job opportunity coming. It's going to be a bit of a delay here, right? And you're going to reach the next stage in a situation. It's just going to go very, 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 very slow. And that will have to be okay. It will take its time, especially if you are dealing with an earth sign, or if this is in your job. I mean, it could be like promotion is going to be delayed. About travel, doesn't necessarily have to be travel. It shows up as travel. For some of you, it shows up as traveling, right? But it's like taking that next step in your growth, basically, right? And especially in regards to your career, guys, this shows up as career. It will take a while before that offer comes in here. Travel, it could be moving, right? It will be different from each of you. It will take a while. Show me more about this King of Pentacles. Yeah, because you might be dealing with a bit of a bad boss, but it shows up a bad boss. You're not alone in this situation. There are other forces that are bigger than yours, and you have to be able to respect that. Don't force it. But also, if you are dealing in general with people who come off as dominating, that is, be mindful of it, right? Because the energy that you're dealing with here is that of a someone that keeps secrets from you. not secret. Yeah, all right. They are. They're not including you in everything in regards to the future. This shows up to me, shows up like a boss that's keeping their cards close to their hearts. And they're not inviting you into the decisions. So you will feel left out. And that is, I would call that, is a lack of transparency. Okay? So you should try and not to let this situation affect you so much that you become imbalanced and constantly like pressuring to get an answer through this situation here, because it's very, very slow moving. It's slow moving as fuck. And that creates tensions within you. But there's going to be a new offer coming towards you. It's going to help you move forward. For some of you, it's in regards to a house. For some of you, it's absolutely beautiful. For some of you, it's in regards to a wedding. But there is growth coming. It's just going to go extremely slow because you're dealing with someone, also a boss, that keeps everything close to heart here. Very, very close to their heart. They're not in opening up the heart space. All right, an animal, and then we're going to move on to the Sagittarius. Please be more easy on me, Sagittarius. Animal for Scorpio. You get the B. Work hard. But remember to not work yourself so hard that you forget that you become tired, all right? That's this bad boss again. Remember that you are part of a community. Do not, I mean, guys, seriously. Guys, really, really, really be mindful that you don't drain yourself, right? Because when you drain yourself, it shows up as what you are triggered. When you become drained and you do all the work, it pops up. It really feels as though then that is a massive trigger. When someone here keeps secrets, when they keep their method to themselves, you are triggered into wanting to take control. And that's a bad thing. Be it a relationship, be it a work, it shows up as work. But all right, let's face it, relationships are work. But I'm just saying that you get triggered. It's like a mechanism for you to then start doing everything. And that will then leave you drained, extremely drained. And then you become angry and you start stinging. So be mindful of that. Remember to do everything in a teamwork. Even when you are working for a boss, someone at a very high position, that boss has to work with you. Can't just sit on that throne. Oh my God, I just remembered. Isn't the new president a Scorpio? Anywho, getting bad to most everyone. Ugh, hate bad bosses. So we are moving on to yeah, you also get great and fake. You get my fake news card. So yeah, great info. Someone here not appreciating what they have. Anywho, Sagittarius. Give me a minute. I need to recharge a minute. So please be patient. I have to do a quick recharge here. So my boss is getting bad to most everyone. Really? Do you have a bad boss? Sorry to hear that. Bad bosses are actually quite a serious problem. A lot of people, if they have a terrible work environment that leaves them burned out, that affects relationships. I mean, I have a family member. I actually remember every situations when there was a terrible situation going on in the parents' work life, in my work life, or just general. I see it even nowadays. See it in my brothers with their children as well. When they had a bad work environment, it becomes very difficult for them to actually be a good father. Not they are wonderful fathers, but bad work environment. They're just drained when they get home. All right, we all are. Book editor, like a slow book editor on the queue in front of a Russian grocery store. Yeah, like that. All right, let's move on here to the Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius. Show me Sagittarius. You will see. It's just you have to remember these are like you should in terms of your personal growth, right? And for you, Scorpio, the key here for you was to be mindful of the environments, that you are not the one doing all the work, because it drains you. What do we have for the Sagittarius? It's energies surrounding the Sagittarius. Showing the Sagittarius. The energy surrounding the Sagittarius. So I have to change the music. I'm getting distracted. Sagittarius. Messages for the Sagittarius. All right. Okay. What are you? The Sagittarius. What's hiding you? What's going on here for you, Saggy? You could be dealing with a. Well, this is you basically. This is such a different energy. Saggy, you might be making yourself available to someone that is not respecting you that much, and you could be heading towards a bit of a burnout here. Let's look into it. You have a lot of inner strength, Saggy, and sometimes it's sometimes you're facing a situation right now where it's as though you're allowing someone else here to drain you from your inner strength because they are stuck in their ego. Let's see here. What is Saggy, what are you hiding from yourself? Saggy, you know what it takes to work together. You absolutely do. You know what it means to make something grow. I really get as though some of you said you're keeping a secret to yourself. Some is a pregnancy, who knows? Doesn't necessarily have to be. But there's something here that you are keeping to yourself. You're not sharing it because you feel as though you're carrying the entire burden yourself. Can you tell me more about this video? Now, Sagittarius could also be you doing it, but I really see no, for Sagittarius is you. There is an energy here, Sagittarius, of someone that is wanting to control the entire game. And they want to set all the rules, and you're supposed to just go with it and straining on your inner strength. Some of you Sagittarius could sometimes feel triggered to try and control your outer environment because you're triggered so much inside. Can you tell me more about this up here? Yeah. Everything is going round in circles sometimes for you, Saggy. And you sometimes you feel stuck. You have so much, there's an inner knowledge within you that it's time to break free from this. There's a connection that's keeping you stuck, all right? Or somehow you can't break it. Why can't you break it? Someone here could have gone a bit on a pilgrim journey and just left you there. And now you're carrying the entire thing. All right, what should you be considering letting go of? You should be considering letting go of a King of Wands in your life. even though you showed up as a Queen of Wands, but that is because this person is possibly draining you. They are some of you Sagittarius, I have to say, could find yourself in a connection that's been going on for quite some time, where if you had to admit it to yourself, you might feel a bit tense inside, because it could have started out very simple, meaning it could have started out like a non-committal energy. But now things have developed, and deep inside you feel very tense about the situation. And you want to try and take control of it. You want to try and manifest a bigger growth here. But this person here has a tendency to just come and go into your life as they please. Make excuses about possibly work being important or something else. And it's triggering you into a bit of a healing situation here. And what needs to be healed are actually control issues. This is like a connection that brings out the worst of you, I want to say, which is weird, because you were previously just the other reading showed up as an emperor. You showed up as massive and beautiful and all of that. Amazing energies. Can you tell me more about this King of Wands? Yeah. This is someone in that you have a history, right? Okay. So King of Wands, you have a history with this person, and it's time to call them out for how they are treating you, because they are blocking you. The way that they are treating you is blocking you. They are neglecting you, basically. So, and when they continue to neglect you, because you have so much power, you might try and take control of the situation, but there comes a point when you are like, you're gonna go and say, no, you can't do this anymore. So yeah. And the way that they could be triggering you is that they have this tendency possibly to just, they could be on a bit of a soul journey, but there's something about it that is very immature, the way that they just leave you hanging here. All right, so what's coming towards you here in the next couple of months, Sagittarius? I think that some of you have fallen in love in a situation where it started as friends with benefits or something like that. It's just started uncommittal, and now you've fallen in love. And it's time to call it out. Right. What's coming towards you? Oh, commitment. What the hell is this? Show me more. What's coming towards you? Yeah, for some of you guys, there's actually coming a wonderful commitment towards you. And then again, it's a commitment where you still have to bloody call. You have to be so mindful that I have to say this, for some of you, there's a connection coming towards you. Be mindful that you're not going to fall into a connection with someone that's already married, or they are the judgmental type. It's just, how can I say this? Someone that may not have fully healed from their past. They will come selling you a dream of there being love, and then you will possibly, if you're not mindful here, because you are so loving and kind and caring, find yourself stuck, and they will break your heart, and you will actually be derailed from the path that you're supposed to go down. Oh, God damn it. Be mindful of who you surround yourself with, right? Any kind of people who use excuses. Why do we get this for Sagittarius right now? Show me more of the King of Wands. King of Wands, you will recognize this person as someone who's possibly married, or just came out of a relationship, but they are not honest here. but it's going to be difficult for you to pull back because you are very in love. All right, what advice do we have for you? You're dealing with a Sag rising. Goody, goody, good, good, good. What do we have for Saggy here? Saggy, there's something here that you're keeping to yourself. It's time to open up. There's something here you are not saying. And for some of you, it's like flashlights of you being in love, especially if you started out in a relation or connection here where it was just sex with benefit, or, you know, sex with benefits. All right. Yeah, sex with benefits of love. No. Something that was like non-committal. This is very much like the mid-monthly reading I did. This is how it turns. Something that you're keeping to yourself. Now, for some of you, if it's not in regards to love, there's just something that you're keeping to yourself, Sachi. There's something that you're not telling. And it might be because you're afraid of being judged. I don't want to say afraid, it's more of you don't want to be derailed. Some of you are struggling with opening up because you want to have control of yourself. And you are scared that someone will mess up with your path. So there are two groups of you, all right? As always. Man, I should just start doing start dividing the readings and say Sagittarius in the masculine energy, not gender-based, or in the feminine energy. I can always sense when each of them are stuck or not. Let's do Capricorn. Kevin. Messages for Kevin. This is the fact of how I'm dealing with what? Did your keyboard break as well? What do we have for Sagittarius? I can't wait to see the December readings. This is gonna be fun. For January, it's gonna be so fun. Something changing. Show me. Capricorn. Messages, spiritual growth for Capricorn. So the overall messages for Sagittarius is about opening up. All right, Sagittarius. No, Capricorn. Maybe we're dealing with a Sagicorn right now. Sagittarius. Damn, I keep saying Sagittarius. I think we're dealing with a Sagicorn. Capricorn. And that would be the cusp, all right? No, Capricorn. Capricorn. And Sagicorn if you want to. Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. Making plans towards the future. And engaging in teamwork and being a partner. Choosing to make plans in relation to other people, Cappy. What can you show me more about this? Yeah. No, Cappy, this is basically about you deciding to move into the future. Leaving behind something that has drained you. And choosing to collaborate with other people, basically. So, show me. What have you been hiding from yourself, Cappy? What have you been hiding from yourself? What? All right, Kevin. Always the surprise. There might be some talents that you have been hiding from. There might be some kind of a talent that you have that you are not sharing. The Star and the Queen of Cups. You showed up as a Queen of Cups in other readings of yours. You rarely show up to me as a Queen of Pentacles, which is the earth energy here. What you have been hiding from yourself is the soft side of yourself and the vulnerable side of yourself. Some of you cabbies are, especially the masculine cabbies or those in massive masculine energy, are hiding down or suppressing the intuition. Now you have to remember the Capricorns are actually very, like the Capricorn energy is a very intuitive energy. People just don't understand that. Capricorns are very intuitive. Show me more. This is all right. This is yeah, Cabby. This is an interesting energy for you because it's like you hiding away that which is good about you. You also get the bloody pre-empress here. All right, we need to move. I'm gonna dive into this because this is so weird. Why on earth would you do that? There's a guys. You are moving towards some kind of a connection. You have unconditional love. You have forgiven. You came out of a very toxic cycle here, but you have achieved some kind of. I mean, you know the understanding of unconditional love, and you are moving into a new connection because you're healing. But what you're hiding from yourself here, maybe that you sometimes struggle with making yourself vulnerable because you are very sensitive. So rather than making yourself vulnerable, you'll focus on your material world here. So, and you struggle with teamwork because of this. What should you be considering letting go? What should you be considering letting go, Cabby? A King of Wands, just like Sagittarius. There are a lot of people that need to let go of a particular King of Wands here, right? And here we have the Four of Swords. Yeah, there might have been someone here who abandoned you. And you feel, I mean, yeah. They could have abandoned you at a point where you had to, all right, that's, yeah, they just left you, right? Yeah, basically abandoned you. And there's a King of Wands in your life, which is a very sexy energy, very passionate energy that you have healed from, right? They could have been very lazy. They could have put you in competition. They could have played with you. Yeah, you know, you would recognize this for yourself. Some of you, they, I want to say, gave you hope. And you should be about, yeah, you should try and let go of that. Yeah. And for some of you, you should also try and let go of being someone's boxing bolt, or whatever that means. All right. What do we have coming towards you for the next couple of months? The thing is, Cabby, you could have gotten yourself involved in a situation with a very, very bad compatibility. The Queen of Cups and a King of Wands are the worst couple you could ever get because this man will hurt this queen. This king hurts this queen. It's just how it is. This one is very career oriented. This king will cheer on this queen, but he will hurt her. A King of Wands will always hurt a Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, you can deal with a King of Cups and a King of Pentacles. King of Wands will hurt her. And that's what you should be letting go of. This might be, it could also be a boss here that has a tendency to drain you. Especially if you have you struggle with saying no. And you take on all the work. Only settling with the price, but never like getting a promotion or something like that. Be mindful of that. What's coming towards you is some kind of an offer. Could be in regards to your work. It's going to help even out the scales. And yeah, There is also an energy. I mean, I see a person coming towards you as well, which is I see a soul couple coming towards you, a very spiritual connection. It doesn't have to necessarily be in love. It is could also be in work here. But I see something coming towards you that will help even out the scales if any kind of imbalance in your life. But it requires you to have to let go of also stagnancy, right? Letting go of feeling drained and letting go of returning to an energy that's, especially if this is in love, that's basically uses you sexually. Let go of that. Free party situations, move out of it. But there's a connection coming. I have a king to a queen of cups. This is a match, someone that matches your caring side. Right, so we have Aquarius. Aquarius, what do we have for Aquarius? Carrie was difficult. Carrie, what do you have for Aquarius? Aquarius. 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 Overall energy for Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius, you get the bloody lovers. Here we go. And it's coming towards you. We've been on this before. What are you? You're surrounded by a lot of love, okay? You're surrounded by a very, very strong soulmate connection that's gonna be triggering as fuck, but it's also gonna help you make decisions. So another thing that you're faced with is a significant choice in everything about where you want to go, how you want to move forward into the future. And it's gonna be, it's gonna be life-changing, whatever decision that it is that you make. And embrace yourself, embrace yourself. What are you hiding from yourself, Aquarius? What you're hiding from yourself, why is up with this bloody King of Pentacles? What you're hiding from yourself, Aquarius, is that you are influenced by so many people. It's not even a joke. You struggle with listening to your own voice. You have your parents' voice, your sister's voice, your brother's voice, your friend's voice, voices of everyone else when it comes, especially in terms of how you should move into something in your work, right? You're very, very influenced by the opinions of everyone else. And that affects how it is that you may make a decision in regards to move into the future. Now, in that case, also you have someone, an old friend that may be popping into your life and offer you some kind of a new adventure, and then you will ask opinions from everyone else in regards to how you should then do that. You struggle with making decisions on your own, especially when it comes to your work or grabbing opportunities in your work life. So you struggle with standing strong. What do you consider letting go? What you should consider letting go why? Can you show me more why? Yeah. What you should consider letting go here is that you have built up something very solid, like a house, a castle. It makes you happy, right? You got a wish fulfillment in your life. You are at a happy place. But you're staying there. You're bored. You are, you're bored. But you don't want to go out there because it's like because if you have to go out there and do something new, I mean, it's like it terrifies you. You don't want this new energy. You don't want this someone here to come in and disturb your peace, basically. You work so hard on establishing your own sense of security. And the idea of sharing it with someone scares you. So you don't want to share that decision power of yours, Aquarius. You're afraid of love. All right. Even if there's a quick connection coming towards you, it's a loving and kind and caring connection. It's a partnership. But it's gonna face you with this choice, and you have a tendency to choose yourself rather than choosing yourself and someone else. All right. So what's coming towards you the next couple of months here, Aquarius? Oh. That's coming, it could be an air sign that's coming towards you. Doesn't necessarily have to be. You're going to be faced with decisions that will trigger you, okay? You will also be faced with having to take charge of your own life and being supportive, not just to you, but to the entire, to those who you care about. You're gonna be faced with some endings, meaning you have to clear out some kind of some energies here in your system here. You have to finish the work, Aquarius. That's basically the message I'm getting here. You work so much on yourself, but you're not done. But right now you have managed to find yourself in a position where you feel safe, but you're not done. You have to accept the adventure. This decision is coming whether you want it or not. I don't really think that you're going to be given a choice. Well, right now you are in a position where you have a choice. But if you continue to make the decision to just stay here and not do anything because you feel safe here, there's going to be an intervention whether you want it or not. You can't really escape this, I have to say. And yeah, advice. And then we're going on to Pisces. What do we have for Aquarius? You are also keeping something from yourself. You are afraid of the spotlight. Don't be afraid of this. Don't be afraid of the spotlight. It's okay to come out. It's okay to come out, Aquarius. It's okay to shine, okay? You have so much beauty, but you are afraid of sharing it. This is very similar to that other reading I did for you where you don't see your own worth. Other people see your worth. You don't want to share. There's something here that you're going to be challenged with. All right, so now we have Pisces and then we're done. Pisces, messages for Pisces. 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 What do we have for Pisces? Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Hold on. Messages for Pisces. Pisces. What is up with Pisces? It's doing it again. Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. There we go. What the hell is up with this King of Wands? All right. What are you in reference to? This is basically, all right, let's see here. What's the energy surrounding you? Pisces, you're surrounded by an amazing energy that wants to cheer you on and see you move forward, that wants to help you keep your shit together. Pisces, you also, man, woman, doesn't really matter. You're coming into your power. right? This is a very, very powerful energy that's surrounding you. It's being the leader and standing in what it is that you believe, setting goals, going for it, not being demotivated by anything. But sometimes, Pisces, you might sometimes become a bit aggressive. But we will dive into it. It's not you, and it's someone you're dealing with. We will look into that. So, what are you hiding from yourself? No, it cannot be. All right, Pisces, what you are hiding from yourself is the Knight of Wands. This shows up a bit of a family dynamic, to be honest. Pisces, are you being honest? No. Are you remembering to do right by, Pisces? Remember to be honest, all right? Remember to be honest with the people that you are dealing with. And remember to see clear, especially if you're dealing with dishonest people. Yeah, but this is the thing. I need to get better at setting my attention, because sometimes I pick up on signs where like these people cannot be showing up. I mean, it's a masculine energy I'm picking up on, all right? So this would probably, I'm going to do another one for the feminine, because this is a very, all right, so just going to go with it. Pisces, I'm going to do an extra Pisces after this, because this seems for cross watchers. Pisces, are you being honest? It seems to me that you want to impress. There's someone here that you're trying to impress. Who are you? Why are you trying to impress? Pisces, why? Pisces, you show up as someone here that was hurt on your sensitivity as a child. Okay? This shows up to me as a no, but this is actually I'm doing an extra Pisces afterwards. This one shows up to me as a masculine Pisces that was hurt for their sensitivity, and now they have to be like a competitive, I don't know, ball game or whatever. They have to be, they show up, Pisces, this masculine Pisces shows up as someone that has been so hurt in childhood that now they have to live up to some kind of an image of masculinity. And it's dishonest to yourself. It's like you're walking into a trap and you're not sleeping that well at night, because it's not always aligned. Can you tell me more? Yeah. Is that energy of having to be a Casanova? You know, this, to me, I have to say, it pops up to me as the Mr. Nice guy being punished for being Mr. Nice. And as a result, you have to become an idiot, or just, being a Casanova, because that's what you get likes on. All right, what should you consider letting go? Just like that, we have the Emperor. You should consider letting go of the assumptions from especially your father. You may have a very, very strong father or masculine energy in your life that you want to impress. Right? Be mindful of that. Let go of it, especially in terms of materiality. You could have been also hit on your root chakra here. And I also see that someone here have hurt you with words previously. Family member, doesn't really matter. I see you being extremely influenced, Pisces, by the voices of other people. And they are fire, and they are air, and they are hurtful. They are wounding the sensitive side within you. They are very strong and masculine energies. It's like the water within you are being dried out. And you come into this aggressive mode. So what's coming towards you the next couple of months? I'm doing another Pisces. What's coming towards you the next couple of months? You're also going to get a Six of Pentacles. There's something here that's gonna come, that's gonna, oh God, no. Yes, Pisces, you're gonna continue with a bit of the same here. So within the next couple of months, you will be getting these attentions that you are looking for, right? What's happening with you, Pisces, is that you are afraid of being an outsider. You are in this energy of wanting to impress men, wanting to impress other men, doing another Pisces. Because this is not sweet Pisces I normally do. Yeah. You have to let go of the need to get that kind of admiration, because it makes you very, very aggressive. Yeah. You are terrified also of getting hurt. I mean, you have significant abandonment issues, but what's going to come here in the next couple of months is that you will be given what it is that you're wanting to manifest. That attention, you're going to get it. And you're going to feel victorious. You're going to be seen. Your ego will be loving this. Or at the same time, you will always feel as though you're being tied up. You will never feel completely happy. Yeah. And you will have a blocked heart. I'm going to do another Pisces, because this has to be for a cross-watcher. Let's do another Pisces. I cannot believe any Pisces would come in and see this kind of reading. What do we have for Pisces? Another group of Pisces. No more wands energy. Can you keep that wand to yourself, please? Pack it away, guys. As my friend once said, we were in Peru, and a few guys managed to get us, trapped into a beach house. My friend, and a guy had her cornered, and she was like, "You better pack that away, man. Ain't gonna happen." So cool. He married a Peruvian, by the way, but yeah. The days feel short when it gets dark this early. All right, show me Pisces. Show me Pisces. This is the second time around I'm doing a second Pisces. You Pisces people. What do you have for Pisces? Personal healing. So the message for these Pisces energy was basically to come into emotions because they're dried out. All right, they're dried out. But their egos are being fed by it. But, status quo for that group of Pisces. What do we have? So no growth there. No growth there. What do you have for the other one? Except for admiration. Confidence levels absolutely going up. What do we have for the Pisces? Yes, guys. You guys are making peace with the past. You could have been dealing with a Sagittarius, but you are liberating yourself from that. You're hearing the call. You are releasing those wounds that you need to release, and you're going on a new adventure. That is beautiful. What are you hiding from yourself? What you are hiding from yourself is what you're hiding from yourself is that there may actually be an offer on the table for you in regards to a long-term, something that can give you long-term stability. Not only long-term stability, it could be higher levels of commitment in job, in love, shows up. Hierophant, Two of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles. This is something that is, absolutely beautiful, right? And it's coming towards you very, 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 very quickly, but you're not seeing it. Why are you not seeing this? All right, Pisces. You may fall similar into the other group here of Pisces in that you are also feeling a bit of the outsider. You're far more focused on your material world right now. You're actually not interested in love. Sorry. Yeah. I think that the Pisces I'm picking up on just had it. They don't want love right now. What should you be considering letting go of? Sneaky methods. Oh, forget it. Pisces, I don't know what the hell happened with you guys. Somewhere down the line, someone here hurt you like hell. It's not even a joke. They hurt you so badly that you come into this energy of using your head over your heart right now. It makes you happy. That's fine. You do whatever feels right for you. Be honest for yourself. You may have a lot of things going on in your material world here. But I see you having gone into this kind of defense mechanism where you're cutting off. You're basically cutting off from your emotions. You don't want to deal with it. Be mindful of that. Because I see you having emotions. You're bloody water sign. Or they're being, yeah. You were terrified of walking into a trap. So you're setting the trap before anyone can set a trap for you. Do you know what I mean? And the way that you're setting traps is that you're refusing to be vulnerable. You will, there's a lot of healing here. Let's see what's coming towards you guys for the next couple of months. A spiritual journey into yourself, basically. You're going to be stuck in your head here, right? You might sometimes find yourself questioning why it is that what it is that you want to manifest is not coming towards you, but that's because your heart is not in it. Now, for some of you Pisces, you are actually, you should consider, because there might be someone here in your life that are giving you advice, and the advice that you get from this person is that to use your head over your heart every time. It could be a person that's giving you advice, like someone like me. I'm also like, use your head over your heart, depending on who you are, right? For instance, if you are naturally an air sign or something like that, it's very natural for you to be in your head. Or if you have a lot of water in you, that if you are emotional, if you're sensitive, it's, in my opinion, ridiculous to ask someone to use your head over your heart, because that's not what sensitive people do. Doesn't really matter here. It's just be honest to yourself. Right? You might be getting advice from someone that's extremely rational. Like me, I'm very rational. But I also know that we are different people. Right? And yeah, for some of you, it is about arguments regarding a home situation, marriage. I don't know, you're gonna be a bit stuck in your head here. Yeah, and be careful not finding yourself in situations where someone here, it's just empty victories, right? It's like wanting to prove a point of how free you are, but there's not gonna be a winner. My God, what's going on with you guys? All right, what do we have for the Pisces? Stand strong in your own identity. All right, don't drain yourself. Don't fall into all kind of narratives that you have to protect yourself to the extent where, yeah, you drain yourself, right? Question the people that you are in partnerships with. Are they in alignment with you? Are you honest? Do you feel as though you can stand firm in your own identity? Or do you seek your identity in other people, Pisces? Because if you are always looking for the answer to who you are outside you end up getting some bad advice if you are dealing with people who, yeah, they may be very, very smart. I mean, a King of Swords is extremely intelligent. They're not always that, they don't really have that much emotional understanding. Doesn't make them stupid or anything, but they can provide you with some guidance, but you should probably also ask a King of Cups. All right, we've managed to get through it. Is there anything else? Should we do a collective or should we go offline? That was a long one. Did you have a lot short sleep? Gabby, I think that you're going to be tired for some days. You've been going through quite a lot, all right? Gabby, you've been going through a lot these days. It's very natural to be tired, and we're going into winter season, okay? Did you know, fun fact, that what drains you the most is not doing a lot of things, it's doing less of what it is that makes you happy, smile from the heart. So if you've been doing, like for instance, if you do too little of what makes you happy, you become drained. So it's always important to make room for something that makes you smile. For instance, my brother, he's he does something with cars, fixes them, right? If he's not allowed to play with his cars, he's a mess. So my father's not allowed to go to his boat. If my best friend, she's not allowed to get just a few hours a week with her Netflix. She's drained. That's her recharger. She's introvert. I mean, she needs her time alone. So, collective. What do we have for collective? What kind of reading do you want for the collective? What should we do for you guys? Nice. Maybe I don't think I'm gonna do collective. I think I'm gonna do who do we have in here? I was actually thinking about doing a few short ones of free ones, like the ones that I just did. Very brief ones. Let's make it a random picking. I don't do random picking. I prefer to have my moderators do it. I am all right. Let's see. I'm gonna say a list of 5 people when I say so, right? And yeah, a big quick list, like a free 5 people. And the first 5 to say on the list from when I say now, I will do those. All right. So from now, say 5 list donations too. Donations are available. 5 now. Those who want to be on. And they're gonna be quicker. And I'm gonna go get some cocoa in the meantime. God damn it, it's wrong. So no one? Okay. No one wants a free one in terms like similar to these. They have to be similar to these ones, like what you should be letting go of anything. Otherwise, I'll just do a collective. Anyone wants one? Let me know. You have to post. I'm gonna go get some cocoa. Gabby? Jen? I'm gonna go get some cocoa. We 3 more spots. They are similar. They're gonna be like these. They are like energy. They're readings about what's energies are surrounding you. And Victoria, right? I'm gonna get some cocoa, and then that's it. Great, so that's only 3 people. We're gonna go with those 3 people. Right, let's get to it. All right, Gabby, let's move into door to personal healing and happiness for Gabby. Door to personal healing and happiness for Gabby. Door to personal healing and happiness for Gabby. What are the energies surrounding Gabby right now? What are the energies surrounding Gabby right now? All right, Gabby. The energies that are surrounding you is actually coming out of being outside. It's like your system, like I want to say, your system here is wakening up. Abandonment issues could be a bit of a challenge here. Let's move on here. Let's go back. What are you hiding from yourself? What is Gabby hiding from herself? Gabby hiding. Oh, dang it. Gabby, what you are hiding from yourself is that You might be very influenced by the opinions of others. A lot of comparison going on here, and getting derailed by connections that are quick. They finish as soon as they quick, but they're very, very intense, right? And you get so focused on it that you forget your own voice. What you are also not being, but you're not facing right now is that you are, or what you're hiding from is that you actually, we have the Lover in reverse, right? You are faced with a very significant decision right now. It's going to be a life-changing decision, but you don't want to make the decision. You don't, it's a challenge for you to open up and to understand that you are not an outsider. Because it's like you have taken a step forward in your life and you're not even acknowledging it. Be very mindful that you're not comparing yourself too much and in very unrealistic ways, right? Let's see here. What should you be letting go of? What you should be letting go of is those of the there's nothing, you're very withdrawn here. What you should be letting go of, funny enough, is that of the value systems of everyone else. Not because they're bad or anything. It's just you have to also be able to understand your own value system. And once you know, I mean, how can I say it? It's like you have spent a long time value system of everyone else. How can I say it? All right, let me show you just general. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about society standards. It's a beautiful energy. It's about understanding that you live in a society, right? But it's like going to school. But when you're done understanding the value systems of your family, of your friends, of everyone else, like how they approach life, what's important to them, how are they, I mean, understanding other people, basically. Once you understand that, you have to be able to make decisions on your own. I mean, you have to understand your own value system of yourself. All right, let me see if I can explain it better. Consider yourself as an iceberg, right? You're an iceberg. You can, there's water, right? You can only see the tip of the iceberg. That's basically what you see is what you get, right? But underneath the iceberg is a massive foundation that's invisible. That's why some boats, they crash because they don't see that the iceberg is very deeply rooted, right? Underneath that ocean, like underneath the water surface, that tip of the iceberg is where you carry a lot of your core values. Like, for instance, my core value, one of them is respect. That's something that's never changes. That's like my personal value system. It's also something, however, that's been rooted in me from my family, right? So it's like a mix of these two. That kind of value system, that is your personal value system. You have to be able to define that by yourself. When you are always living by the value systems of everyone else, such as, let's say that you mentioned that previously, that you are in your mid-20s and you are not, you're not, what? You consider yourself, you're comparing yourself with how far your friends are, right? You keep comparing yourself, and thereby you start feeling as an outsider because you don't live up to those same, you're not your friends, right? You're not at the same position where they are. That needs to be addressed, because then you're comparing yourself to a value system that's not in alignment with who you are. You're different, right? So when you are constantly following the value systems of everyone else, not only just timeline, also just basic value system. I mean, it's the same thing as, because listen here, there's also people who decide not to have children in general. I mean, is that everyone is on that same own timeline? It's just a different, you know, there's not one timeline. So you have to start listening to your own voice here. That's basically the lesson. Yeah, you have to let go of trying to you need to figure out your own value system and listen to your own voice. Yeah, I know. So what do we have here? What is what's coming towards you the next couple of months? Not that much. You're going to go on a bit of a spiritual journey. All right. You're going to go on a bit of a spiritual journey here, starting to ask different questions. It's going to be, you might sometimes get a bit angry because you will have to listen to your intuition. And then, I mean, that's going to be up and down, Gabby. It's going to be up and down. So you have to be very mindful that you don't start shaming yourself. Okay. Now, in terms of love, I'm going to say it as it is. I see a rebound. I see rebound. So if anyone wants to come towards you and have sex with you, it's going to be a rebound. Stand up for yourself. All right. Question them. Stand strong on yourself. Rebound. Rebound relationships are the same thing. You haven't been in a relationship. No, I'm saying, Gabby, if there's a Gemini comes back towards you and want to have sex with you, you tell him to get off the porch. There's a chance he wants to come back and have sex with you. But the only reason he would be doing that is because he doesn't want to feel on the outside. You will be a quick fix to him feeling inside. Again, he just wants to feel the warmth a little bit. Tell him to go hit your hike, okay? Just gonna get my chocolate and then we're gonna go on to Ken. Just gonna get my drink. I know I've been doing tarot almost all evening. You can feel it. But isn't that the 11-11 talk? All right, Jen, are you still in here? I don't even care anymore. I just don't feel anything. That you have to be careful with, Gabby. That's not a good. It's not a good sign to not feel anything. It's actually not. And that's something you need to be very mindful of because it's a coping mechanism. When you don't feel anymore, it's because, yeah, I'll be in a minute, Jen. Gabrielle, this is very, very, very significant. It's not disassociation, it's a coping mechanism. When you're struggling with so much pain, it's very common for people who are doing this. When you struggle with emotional regulation, you can get very, very hurt. Very, very hurt. And sometimes the pain becomes so much that you, in order to survive, start disassociating from the pain. That's basically what depression comes from. You know, so this is not a joke. When you start feeling numb, that's a sign that you have to go see. That's a serious indication because no, don't condition yourself to like disassociate from the pain. Yeah, because it's a very, very, very important. Is to feel pain is actually a good thing because, I mean, I'm always thinking about that colleague of mine who killed himself. With the he developed clinical depression, and he couldn't feel anything, and that was why. So not feeling anything and becoming numb is not a good thing. Yeah, and this is a survival mechanism. It's a survival mechanism. So going numb is something that needs to be addressed. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And that's, Gabrielle, I want to tell you, might have been triggered because you were up high by the Gemini for your birthday. This is how toxic that man is to you. Very important for you to notice this. This is how toxic he is. No one can claim to care for you and then put you in this position. That man has no empathy, because if he had empathy, he would not have done what he did. He would not have put you in this position. He would have had the decency to reject you and to stay the fuck away from you. To put his needs because he put his needs before yours. You see, this is what a selfish person do, Gabby. He has hurt you to the core. I really suggest that you go complete no contact with him. He is so toxic. He has no idea because he has no empathy, Gabby. He has no empathy. You have to empathy is the ability to put yourself into the shoes of another person and then say, should I be acting like this? We all struggle with that. I struggle with that very much, but you guys have been here before, and he comes back every time you're doing well. This is, in my opinion, emotional abuse. But let's move on here. All right, Gabby. I think you really should cut him out of your life for good. Not even as a friend. He's very bad for you. So let's see here, Jen. What's the energy surrounding Jen? What are the energies surrounding Jen? You'll be all, of course you'll be all right. You're a bloody strong woman. You can do this. Jen, all right, Jen. What energies do we have surrounding Jen? Jen. Where's Jen? Jen, you're there, Jen. Jen. Show me the energies surrounding Jen. Show me the energies surrounding Jen. Okay. Ooh, you get the Knight of Pentacles. So it's a very, very slow moving energy. What are you not seeing? What is Jen hiding from herself? Is something going on with your home environment, Jen? All right, you get all Pentacles and 4 Wands. Something here is moving very, 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 very slowly. It could be related to your material wealth. No, it's a great thing, Jen. It is actually something that's it could help you, right? Could be in regards to your home. No. Yeah. Because yeah, surrounding you is a very slow moving energy, but it's a stable energy. It is stable as fuck. You have a Knight of Pentacles here. What is this Knight of Pentacles about? Yeah. You're redefining your reality. It's happening slow, but you are doing it. And the thing is, you might be very impatient. You have a tendency to be impatient. Don't do that. You may also, again, have a tendency to compare yourself with value systems, material value systems that may not be yours. All right? Impatience here is something that should be addressed. And also in how you take care of yourself, your body, your house, cleaning, whatever it is that, you know, all of those material and bodily, your body, basically. Body, mind, soul, right? How you take care of yourself, eating healthy, all of that. You might have a tendency to be a bit forgetting yourself sometimes, right? And then you become impatient. So patience is something that should be addressed here with you, but you're redefining your reality. It's just gonna take a while here. What are you hiding from yourself? Your home? Is there something in your home environment that you are neglecting here, Jen? You do forget a lot. Yeah. Jen, I really get as though it's very important here for you to not, I mean, but it shows up a bit here that you are waiting for someone here to come and take care of your home, right? So you don't have to do it yourself. Someone here will come in and will bring all the money, bring all the stability into your life, so you don't have to deal with it. Like, I mean, I fall into that as well. Like, wouldn't it be amazing just to come on here and then have to do all the cooking, so I don't have to do any kind of cooking ever again? But you are sometimes forgetting your home environment here and your own stability here. Yeah. You would really like your kids to help around the house. Yeah, and they are pushing you away, right? All right, Jen. How long? It's time to redefine your reality, that's for sure. It's also about setting up methods. And you're basically setting your upset up for headache as well. All right. So what you're hiding from yourself is something in your home environment. It could actually be those with the kids here where you are not speaking up, but it's affecting you. Right? Because how it is affecting you is that it's, as I said, you're neglecting yourself. I would actually say it's fine for you to ask that your children. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a challenge here. It will be a challenge, but the thing is that you're neglecting yourself, your own body, your own soul. Tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles here. This is Fool in fucking reverse and the Empress. All right. Wonderful task of being a mother. What should you be letting go of? I don't know. This is a bit. There's something here about a family dynamic that's pulling you down, Jen. I don't know if you're divorced or if there's some kind of sleep well, Gabby. Jen, I see you as you're being pulled down in a family dynamic. It could also be a bit of a. I mean, your financial situation could be affecting you right now. I just see you being in an energy where you're forgetting to take care of yourself, and it's actually very significant that you start walking out of thin ice, even though it might feel dangerous to you to begin with, even though you might feel you're going to crack into the water. It's very important that you do it. You're holding yourself back here, but with the right methods, there's going to become a brand new opportunity for you that might actually help you. I see some kind of a money coming in, a brand new opportunity that's going to help you remove yourself from headache, because you're going to go through some kind of a headache here before actually receiving it. But in order to get it, it's very important that you release yourself from expectations of others, right? I mean, stop comparing. I get the same energy here. It's very important that you stop comparing yourself with what other people say and how other people address your way of conducting your family, basically. Stop comparing yourself with other people. There's a person you can't seem to let go of. That is significant that you let go of that person. Very significant that you let go of that person, because it's affecting your life and your married life here as well. Yeah. You get a weird reading, Jen. First and foremost, stop comparing yourself with other people. Right? Stop comparing yourself with other people. Are you finding yourself in a situation where you're conducting your life based upon what other people are thinking? And it's relating to your home environment. You're keeping a secret that you're not speaking about. And it's bringing about your headaches. And it's actually resulting in things going very, 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 very slowly. I mean, are you considering getting a divorce? Because you're not feeling supported, because you want to liberate yourself? What is it that you're hiding here, Jen? There's something that you're not speaking of. But you are afraid of speaking up because what would people say? It actually shows up it up here that you might. I mean, I really don't want to say. I just want you to start questioning yourself whether or not you want to be in this environment that you are finding yourself in. First and foremost, you are neglecting yourself, right? There's a lot of social comparison, and you're drained. But there's a brand new opportunity coming here. What is this Ace of Pentacles about? There's a brand new opportunity that's going to come up. That's going to help you get out of this healing mode. For some, it could actually be a material. It could be a job. or it could be an earth sign. It's basically going to help you, but it's very important that you start questioning yourself. Start questioning yourself. What is it that you're keeping? What is it that you're keeping to yourself? You're not listening to your intuition. You're afraid of walking out into the thin ice, but you're neglecting yourself. This yeah, there's something going on in your home environment, all right, that you need to address. I can't go into the deeper details. Yours are complex. I have to say, Jen, it shows up to me as though you want to question yourself whether or not you're actually happy. Right? Are you happy? Are you truly happy? Start questioning your intuition. I'm not going to go deeper without doing this is too quick a reading for it. But what blocks you here is that of being possibly feeling as though you have to live up to some kind of a yeah, you don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin, Jen, because it's so heavy. I can't if I were to do a reading on this, I would have to do a proper long reading. Because there's something going on. It really feels as though you're keeping a secret to yourself. You're not speaking up. There's a lot of social comparison. It's one of those situations of staying in something because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do, especially in terms of financial situations, material wealth. Are you happy? That's what I'm questioning. Are you happy? Well, yeah. Debate you can have with yourself. All right, so who's the next one here for this one? I can't go deeper with it, otherwise it would be draining me. For a 4-card reading, I can't do that. You can, if you want a personal reading, you can send me an email. I can send you the prices. Otherwise, just do a journaling, sit down, journal, ask yourself, are you happy? What is it that you're keeping? What are you keeping? Are you keeping things up for appearance? What is it? What is it? Put your own words onto it. It's Victoria. All right, we have Victoria. Door to personal healing and happiness for Victoria. And I've one more and then I'm done. Door to personal healing. Your friend suddenly stopped talking. You're welcome, Jen. I'm gonna do the typical here. The door to personal healing. I can't tell you what I'm gonna get. Can't tell you what I'm gonna get, Victoria. It always helps me to have context. I'm a tarot reader. I really thrive on the conversation with people. It helps me narrow in what would be proper. But door to personal healing for Victoria. Door to personal healing and happiness for Victoria. Ah, there's a spirit. Liberating yourself from a mind prison. Oh my God, you had the Emperor showing up there. Okay, what are you hiding from yourself, Victoria? You also get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What are you being asked to let go? This is about coming out of your head, all right? There's something you're not seeing because you're afraid of seeing it, okay? Are you seeing clearly? Are you seeing all the answers? What you are hiding from yourself is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You're going through a transition here of learning to speak up here, but at the same time, you may have abandonment issues here a little bit. Victoria, you might have a tendency to be the person who keeps everything going, and you're tired. You drain yourself. You also forget yourself, okay? You forget to take care of yourself, give too much of yourself, organizing all the lives of other people. Stop doing that. Start taking care of yourself as well for once. Stop being the sustainer. Because you're blocking yourself, you're blocking your own growth, and you might be doing it as a way to avoid having to face decisions on your own a little bit. There's some kind of a fear, a bit of anxiety going on within you. It shows up as you may probably have some kind of an abandonment issues that somehow has affected your ability to see your own worth here, right? You're very, very smart. You're very, very intelligent. You know how to ask questions, critical questions. You do know that. You don't know how to speak your truth. Absolutely. You may also, no. You're also very, very talented at putting on a mask, a good mask, right? Because by putting on a mask, you're also able to, by playing the role of who you want to be, you actually manifest that into your life, right? But you might actually be, to some extent, the role that you've been playing now is one that you have played for a very long time, of being that keeps shit together. You're tired, you're drained. I'm gonna pull up, no. And are you refusing to redefine your reality? Is there something here that you're not seeing, that you're refusing to see? But if it is, it's a fear of the unknown. You also fear of opening yourself up a little bit here. So what are you being asked to let go of? What the hell is this? What kind of thing is that? There's absolutely more. You're being asked to let go of the Fool and the Nine of Wands. You're being asked to stop waiting around for a fool, even though they make you happy, even though they reactivate that inner child of yours. But stop waiting. You're waiting for someone, and they are non-committal. Okay, they are non-committal, but you become so used to it. You might have been in this energy for, I don't know, since you were a child. You're always the one that waits. You're always the one that that fix shit for other people. And you wait around for a very, very, very long time. It's not even a joke. Your idea have been stolen? What kind of idea? Like copyright idea? Time to fucking get the court involved. No, all right. But what I'm getting here, is that you wait. Another thing is that, Victoria, do you have a tendency to put on, like, be very, very, no, this is something from the past. No. All right, it's fine, you know, I do see you waiting around for a very long time. It's just a general pattern of waiting around for people. You have a shitload of inner strength. You can pull through. You are able to set up high boundaries. But sometimes that's another thing here. Sometimes you also set up high boundaries. It's like a bit of an up and down. You wait around, then you set up extremely high boundaries around yourself to protect yourself. But in doing so, you also set up very high protective boundaries that are so rigid that you actually get stuck in your growth. Right? And another thing here, another thing in regards to the Queen of Pentacles here is that your organizational skills. Yeah, that's another thing. No, it's also not in regards to that. Another thing is that of your practical getting things in order, like paperwork. I feel they may think I did shit towards them, spiritual shit. Oh, fuck that. Get rid of that. Guys, can someone please explain to me that thing about someone that would like to hear that story? Please send me an email because I feel it's so ridiculous. Sorry. I would suck getting into the spiritual gossip girl. Is that not something? Maybe we should do something called spiritual gossip girl. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know other people who read tarot only online. Then I have those down in the shop. They're very nice people. Nothing like what I have seen here online. No. Anywho, you have a tendency to wait. All right. What's coming towards you the next couple of months is that indecision, not feeling as though you've seen clearly. Power struggles are coming towards you. You will have to pull a lot on your inner strength. There's something here that's not going to go completely in your favor here. There might be someone here that becomes very jealous. Be careful that you're not going to get triggered in a power play by someone. Those Queen of Pentacles, Victoria, this is you. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's you. Forgetting to take care of yourself by sustaining things for everyone else, right? And as a result, because you forget yourself, you're gonna find yourself in a basically a bit of a prison here. If you're not mindful, it will require a lot of strength from you to get way out, to pull your way out of it. There might also be a situation here coming in the next couple of months where a decision will be made over your head, and you're not gonna feel as though you have all the answers, and that will possibly leave you in a trapped position. Keep track of that, Cancer. He's not gonna ghost you or anything. I'm not gonna point fingers at him, but there's just something here coming towards you that might trigger you. And yeah, if you listen to your intuition, you already know the answer. Yeah, if you listen to your intuition, you already know the answer, what's going to happen here. And it's going to trigger you. And if that happens, you just come to me. Nothing about him. It's not him, then it's someone else. That's just something you're going to be triggered. Doesn't necessarily have to be him. It's a 4-card reading. What do we have for you? Firefly. Listen to your intuition. When your third eye brings you messages, right? It may come in glimpse. Don't be afraid of it. Put them into order. Listen to them, right? Do some journaling. Write it down. Start speaking up. Start taking notice about your intuition. That might help you in regards to what it is that you're doing here. And also be mindful of boundaries, right? It's okay to set boundaries, but please be so very careful that you don't set up very, very rigid boundaries that it's like becoming military, right? Be very, very mindful of that. Take care of yourself. Find balance. Don't get triggered. Because this is about you liberating yourself, okay? All right, this is a very, dang it, that complicated when I do it in this way. So what do we have for the next one? Where's that? Argo? Argo, what do we have for you? It's Argo, right? Isn't that it? And you know what, Victoria, you can always come. Argo, and then we gotta see that. Is there any women pregnant? No, Argo, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing those. I'm doing the healings one. I'm doing daughter personal healings. Was triggered 2 days. I'm done. Just one day. You triggered 2 days ago. Do you want the daughter spirit personal healing and happiness, Argo? You were triggered 2 days ago. Well, we're gonna get triggered every day, aren't we? Do you want one of those? Argo, do you want the daughter personal spirit healing happiness? You want those? No. You're welcome. I just don't want. The thing is, Victoria, I don't understand why. Why would these things come towards you? But then again, I did a reading for myself the other day, and I was also like looking at, when you pull cards, and you're like, how the hell can I be attracting this kind of shit? It's like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? I was like, no, this is not right. I wrote it down. I was like, no, this is not right. Mostly I get triggered 2 days, then cut people off. Yeah, Victoria, you have to be very careful with that. I mean, triggered, that's another thing. Be careful about how you get triggered and how you react to those triggers. I mean, I'm the same. I also get very snap, snap, snap. But that's the thing about being in military mode, right? But then again, embrace your Scorpio energy. Do whatever you feels right for you, right? All I saw is that take care of yourself. So what do we have for Argo, daughter spirit healing? And stop being the sustainer of everyone else. Right? Yeah. Hope you're doing great in that. All right, let's do Argo. Why is it some people, they are just born to walk on a path where they have to take off so much shit? Be interesting to know what kind of birth card you have, Victoria. I always like, in terms of like trying to look into karma and all that, I look to birth cards and I look to the astro, just as a fun thing. Anyway, what do we have for Argo? Daughter, personal healing and happiness. What do we have for Argo? Daughter, personal healing and what's your feeling here? Argo, moving forward very, very successfully, having victory. Great. What are you hiding from yourself? Oh, that you're trying to control your external environment. Rather than having internal control, you are projecting it onto your environment, so you try to control your environment. It's a projecting energy, right? It's a, how can I explain it? It's when you're going through some kind of a dysregulation, you're triggered emotionally. Rather than shifting focus into yourself and questioning, how can I regulate myself? How can I find inner strength? You direct it outwards and you then try to control your environment. And it is commonly based in confidence, like your confidence is being a bit challenged. So then we're on to the 12th, 11 here. 0 is like, all right, one. Yeah, you challenge on your confidence here to the extent that how can I say it? When you're challenged on your confidence, you're challenged on your ability to trust. Because in order to have confidence, you need to have trust in yourself. Right. So, and have trust in your own intuition. So, yeah. And when you don't trust yourself, your own voice, your own intuition, and just yourself, you always look outside yourself, and that's where you become a magnet for bad partners, not so good partners. What you're being asked to let go of? You're being asked to let go of some kind of an emotional baggage. You show up as being confident that you are going there. You are, believe it or not. You just do that, Victoria. Yeah. Argo, you show up as going confidently into the future. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, there's something here that you have actually let go of, but it's still present. And it makes you walk, it makes you basically go into the future as a dead rider. Argo, something powerful is also happening within you. When you start standing in your inner strength, when you start focus on yourself and your regulation and standing strong, stop being so focused on controlling the environment, you will have victory in moving forward into the future, being extremely confident. And you will break away from some kind of an emotional tie that has been distracting you, even though you don't feel, even if you don't have all the answers here. So you're moving into this energy of actually completely releasing something emotionally and making yourself vulnerable in doing so. Now, you're also being asked to let go of any kind of attachments where you are yeah, where you go into it a bit naive and you say yes to being I mean, all right, here we have the King of Cups, that where you say yes to everything, right? You're being asked to let go of that. Because you become somewhat yeah, you may sometimes find yourself in relationships where you're not being respected, but that's because you fall in love with everything. I mean, you may fall in love very, very easy. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But it's important for you to also have some kind of a regulation, right? Yeah, no, don't go into any pushing away. It's just embrace that imaginative soul of yours, your ability to fall in love with everything. But be mindful, because you might be you could be attracting energies that take advantage of that. So be careful with that. Everything, when I say everything, it's like if I were to, I mean, I'm like this. Well, maybe not. The Page of Cups is a very, very sweet and sweet energy. Fall in love with everything. It's not just about people. It's like one day you are in love with the manga drawings or something like that, and then next week you are in love with, or you become obsessed with, I don't know, a new band, and then 3 weeks later you started drawing something like that, right? That kind of an energy is a beautiful thing to have, but it also something that should be matured, right? It's like a master of all trades, or jack of all trades, master of none. So what's coming towards you for the next couple of months? How is this possible? All right, Argo, here's the thing. I am pretty sure that you are a very, very, very beautiful woman, extremely sexy. And because you are this sweet, right? When you release this is, how can I say this? What makes you beautiful is also what makes you vulnerable. And it is so beautiful that you are vulnerable. But it's so fucking important that you manage to get some regulation here, because you are manifesting someone into your life. They will see you, they want to have sex with you, and then they want to leave you again. Or not sex, if it's not sex, they want to steal a bit from your energy here. And this is because you have such a beautiful soul. You are pure, Ado. You are pure. I mean, you really pop up as absolutely, you're innocent. Okay, meaning that there are some experiences here that you have so far been spared from. I don't know if your parents here did not overprotected you, possibly. Because it results in you're not a dumb soul, you're not a fucking dumb soul. Don't ever say that. You're a beautiful soul. I live in fairyland all the time. If I don't live in fairyland, how the hell am I supposed to create? I get my ideas from there. Here's the thing, guys. There are two types. Oh no, there are many types of people. Let me just do like zip distinction. There are those people who work with form. Those are the positive and the analysts, like people who work with code and all that. Then there are the people who work with content, right? There are people who like they are able to design a web page. They are able to write down, and I mean they are able to like create, put up a computer or set up a web page, do all the code. There needs content in every box, right? Some people can set up the boxes, but there needs to be content. In order to create content, you need to be able to connect with that intuitive and emotional side. Otherwise, you have no content. We need both of them, because also if you're too much content, there are no boxes, you just fluid everywhere. As masculine and feminine energy. So don't ever say that you're a dumb soul. You're sweet. Embrace that. I'm like that as well. I mean, come on. Then I learned the hard way. And that is what I'm picking up here for you, that because you want to believe the good in everyone, which is what makes you beautiful. You want to believe the good in everyone. It's like you don't want to believe that there are monsters out there. But they are. And you're basically attracting it in. I'm sorry. So the advice for you would be to, what's the advice? The advice that I'm getting here is for you to go into life with that mentality that you have. Don't be afraid. They're not monsters. But don't be afraid. I do believe that you have a community here that supports you, and you will always attract. You might have to experience a bit disappointment here, but those disappointments are here to help you grow up, or to shape that wonderful sweet soul of yours into a bit more like hardened, to learn to set boundaries, right? Don't be afraid of it. Accept it and move on with confidence, because you're gonna be victorious. But still, I still advise that you set some kind of a boundaries around yourself in terms of making room for Knight of Wands in reverse. People who just want you because you are glowing, because you are so attractive. You are so attractive because you're pure and you're sexy. I mean, you're a gold mine, and you will attract. Well, eventually you will attract someone who absolutely wants to marry you, but before that, you will have to attract a bit of an idiot. Don't let this encourage you. You're going to move forward with success. Let's pull an animal. That was a surprising good energy for you. For you being asked to, I have to say, yeah, you are actually being asked a little bit to let go of those, no more blind trust, all right? No more blind trust. That's you being asked to let go of. Because when you trust blindly, you're attracting, that's where you become a narcissistic snack. The Pisces X wants to marry you. Well, let's pull an animal for you. You get the Swan. This is about, it's time to take a step back here and do so with grace and do some writing. It could be journaling here. And yes, and what you should be doing some journaling on could possibly relate to this connection here that has gone a bit awry. That has been your teacher. And not only that, it's also about you coming into an understanding of your own identity. It's like it's time to wake up. And also be mindful, because you are in narcissistic snack. There could be someone here that's watching you. This is I always get a bit when I see this crocodile, because when he shows his size, I swear to God, the crocodile is a beautiful energy, but sometimes it's like, how can I say this? You are swimming on the ocean, beautiful like a swan, and this crocodile is looking at, and the swan doesn't see the crocodile. But when they come, they fucking come. So swim away with grace. Don't be afraid. Do whatever you need to do, but come to understand yourself. Do you also see how things are reflected by the swan? Huh? Sometimes you see the beauty that you have within yourself, Argo. Sometimes you project your inner beauty onto everyone else. You can't imagine that anyone would ever come and eat you, because how could they do that? Well, they can. So be mindful to know how to distinguish between you and them. Right? Don't project your beauty onto them. Just because you believe in, which is a beautiful thing, you believe that everyone out there is good. This is such a terrible message to say. It's just because there are amazing people out there, amazing people. It's just okay to be a bit assertive here, to just give it a bit of a to get a bit of, have a proper interview before you start dating them. Right? Get to know them. I know it sucks. I have a friend. I was like this at some point as well. I was like, no, and I would make excuses for people all the time. And my friend, she was just sitting there and telling me all of this, and then I had to learn the hard way. That's normally how we do it, and that's also what I'm seeing here with you. Be open. Don't be scared. Go out there, have these experiences. Good people attract bad people. No, good people attract good and bad people. That's it. When you are vibrating at a Queen of Wands, you will attract shit and gold. It's just how it is. There's no such thing as good people attract good people. No. Bad people don't attract good people. That's a fact. Wounded people attracts wounded people. Healed people attract wounded people, and wounded and healed people, right? So that's just it. So that's where spiritual awakening comes in. It's about learning how to set questions. And now I'm going to bed. This has been a long one. Hope you got everything from it, and I will see you next time. Let's see if we should do all zodiacs next time as well, of some sort. See you guys. Sleep tight. Good night. Good night.